Ever wondered why red blood cells are such crucial players in our body's function? Well, let's dive right in. Red blood cells, or erythrocytes as they're medically known, are the body's very own delivery system. Their main job? Transporting life-sustaining oxygen from our lungs to the various tissues across the body. But that's not all. They also act as a waste management system, ferrying carbon dioxide, a byproduct of metabolism, from the tissues back to the lungs. Now, how do they manage this round-the-clock delivery service? It's all thanks to their unique structure and flexibility. Shaped like a biconcave disc, red blood cells are flexible enough to navigate even the tiniest blood vessels in our body, ensuring that no cell is left without its share of oxygen. Indeed, without red blood cells, our body's tissues would be starved of the oxygen they need to function effectively. So, where do these little lifesavers come from? Let's dive into the process of red blood cell production. Our tale begins deep within the bone marrow, where a special type of cell known as a hematopoietic stem cell resides. These stem cells are the unsung heroes behind the birth of all blood cells, including our star, the red blood cell. The journey from a hematopoietic stem cell to a fully mature red blood cell is a fascinating one. It's a process known as erythropoiesis, and it involves several stages of maturation. Each stage brings the cell closer to its final oxygen-carrying form. At first, our stem cell morphs into a proerythroblast, the first committed step towards becoming a red blood cell. The proerythroblast then matures into an erythroblast, which begins to synthesize hemoglobin, the molecule that will eventually allow the cell to carry oxygen. The erythroblast continues to develop, shedding its nucleus and becoming a reticulocyte. This almost mature red blood cell is released into the bloodstream, where it spends a couple of days maturing fully into an erythrocyte, ready to transport oxygen to every corner of the body. But what triggers this amazing process? That's where erythropoietin comes in. This hormone, produced by the kidneys, gives the signal for the bone marrow to ramp up production of red blood cells, particularly when oxygen levels in the body are low. From stem cell to oxygen-carrying powerhouse, the journey of a red blood cell is truly remarkable. Now that we know where they come from, let's see these red blood cells in action. Packed to the brim with a protein called hemoglobin, red blood cells have a crucial role to play. Their journey starts in the lungs, where they pick up oxygen molecules with a gusto. Once they're loaded up, they're off, making their way through the body's vast network of blood vessels. Their mission? To deliver this life-sustaining oxygen to the body's tissues where it's in high demand. But their job doesn't stop there. After offloading oxygen, red blood cells pick up another passenger, carbon dioxide. This gas is a byproduct of cellular respiration, and let's be honest, our bodies could do without it. So our diligent red blood cells carry this waste product back to the lungs, where it's exhaled out into the world. As you can see, red blood cells are the unsung heroes of our circulatory system, ensuring every cell gets the oxygen it needs to thrive. What happens after a red blood cell has served its purpose? Quite a journey awaits indeed. Each red blood cell, or erythrocyte if you prefer the technical term, lives a life of approximately 120 days, a lifespan determined by the rigors of their ceaseless journey through the body. During these 4 months, our little red heroes travel through miles of blood vessels, delivering oxygen and removing carbon dioxide, all the while constantly battered by the turbulent flow of blood. It's an exhausting task, and eventually their flexible bodies lose elasticity, becoming rigid and fragile. When a red blood cell reaches the end of its lifespan or gets damaged, it's removed from circulation in a process called hemolysis. The spleen, often referred to as the graveyard of red blood cells, plays a crucial role in this process. This organ detects and filters out the old, rigid cells, preventing them from re-entering the bloodstream. But fear not, no part of these valiant cells goes to waste. The liver steps into the fray, breaking down the components of the expired cells. Hemoglobin, the molecule responsible for transporting oxygen, is metabolically recycled. Iron is salvaged and sent back to the bone marrow, where it will be used to create new red blood cells, ready to embark on their own journey. From creation to destruction, the life of a red blood cell is a testament to the extraordinary efficiency and intricacy of our bodies. The cycle of life and death continues, ensuring our survival and well-being.